Okay, this is a video, first in a series, just to give the basics for the taking off from Geraldton runway 03 in the PMDG 737. We've already got an established flight plan from Geraldton to Perth, and we're just setting up the aircraft. We're not in cold and dark, we are already operational and sitting on the operational runway. So we're going to adjust our fuel from our flight plan, which, as we know from previous discussions, we're just going to put in 6,500 kilograms. Makes the plane considerably lighter. In our FMC, we've got our airport we're currently sitting at, which is YGEL. And we're not sitting in a gate, we're sitting on the runway. Enter that again from the scratch pad, and that'll put in the origin. We already have a company route, so by clicking on company route, and we go down till we find Geraldton to Perth and execute. We're on runway 03, and our flight plan, our flight is call sign QFA001. You can call it whatever you like, that's what I'm calling it. We're activating it, and then we execute.
On runway.
Now to our performance setting, our fuel plan is 6.5. I think on the plan it says 6.2, but that'll do for the time being. 0 fuel weight, double click that. Just put 1 in for reserve and 25 for cost index. And the flight plan in this time I've run it is flight level 2900, 29,000. So enter on that and activate. Execute, sorry. N1 limit, click on that. We're going to bump the engine so we get best performance at short runway, and then go into takeoff. Flaps are going to be 5. Double click the center of gravity and adjust your trim, 4.65. Or as close as you can get it. That's it. Click on each of your speeds, V1, VR, V2, and enter V2 in the indicated airspeed up here. So 144, which matches the 144 there. And we'll put in our altitude hold at 29,000. Okay, we're going to switch on the flight directors.
On runway.
Select VNAV.
3 on runway. 03.
RTO for rejected takeoff. And down here we want to make sure we're squawking our code. Doesn't matter what we're putting in, it's squawking VFR at the moment. Does the test.
On runway 03. On runway.
It's all passed.
03.
Okay, so we can get this out of the way. And flaps, we're going to set flaps 5. We've selected, now we're just waiting for them to indicate. While we're waiting, we're going to switch on landing lights for takeoff.
On runway 03. On runway 03.
Put the heading bug on the runway heading for the time being. So it's 019. And we're going to alter the flight plan slightly because we've got that leg going to, we've got a waypoint of Geraldton, GEL. So just click on Irwin and then overwrite GEL and then execute. So See now, we've got a nice curve coming off and heading south.
03.
Alright, straighten up the view. Make sure you can see the speeds. Activate the auto throttle. Activate the clock. Make sure the parking brake's on. I should have had that on before. Bring it up to, we're basically ready to go, so we bring it up to 40%.
On runway 03. On runway 03.
Once you've got that stable, approximately 40%, release the brakes. Click toga. Try and stay on the centre line. Wait for the rotate call.
V1.
Rotate.
V2.
Positive rate. Gear up. Look for your VNAV to come on while trying to stay in the centre. Now it's come on, so select LNAV as well, and then follow the crosshairs, the flight director crosshairs, as close as possible. This obviously can be difficult while you're trying to do it as a single pilot, to cover those, to keep that accurate, and also watch what the rest of the plane's doing. So we're going to go flaps up, or flaps up one stage. Wait for that to settle. The plane's setting and controlling the speed at 230 knots at the moment, but while we've got the flaps down, it's battling to get to that figure. Next stage of flaps up. Don't bother looking outside at this stage because we've got full cloud. We'll be out of it shortly. And we're just trying to follow that magenta line around. Flaps up. Trying to stay as close as possible to that centre of that cross. Start to straighten up. There we are now straight. 2 minutes into the flight. LNAV's on, VNAV's on. Trimming the plane to try and keep it in that centre. And once you've got it trimmed nicely, just look across and hit Command A. The plane's now in control. We've got Command A on, VNAV, LNAV. Auto throttle is still under control. The plane is actually taking it up 250 knots while it's under 10,000 feet. And you're basically on your way. Turn the landing gear off and switch off RTO. Okay, that's the departure from Geraldton. I'll make another video showing the top of descent and working into the approach into Perth. See how that goes.